Hello, hello, hello. Um, I just wanted to uh quickly touch on a little topic today that I've been thinking about for a couple of days. I just want to share something with you guys as far as um the truth about a couple of matters that I have not only been going through myself, but that others may be uh, going through, dealing with, thinking about, transforming through. And basically, the topic is just like, um, how do I put this? Okay, so what stemmed the thought or idea was basically like loving somebody. Let's, for instance, like in your family, let's give an example. Your parents. You love your parents possibly unconditionally, depending on, either A, how you were brought up, or, just certain situations, scenarios, things that, you had to deal with as far as your parents is concerned. And growing with your family. Um, I just want to let everybody know that it's very possible to love somebody with your whole heart, or you think you do, or have a certain space in your heart for someone, but also um, have resentment, anger, and possibly, let's go to the extent of saying hatred towards them for certain things that may have transpired in your life. Um, Basically, that's it. So that's basically like a feeling of not necessarily being torn between the two, but you can, your emotions and feelings can either go against your heart or go against your mind if it's not both, or. So, for me personally, in my situation, I love my parents dearly, but I have realized that I resented them like for years. Like right now, I'm 35 years old, right? So, of course, I'm not the only one in this world that didn't expect their life to turn out the way that it did. But however, I know that everything happens, for a reason. All the twists and turns and choices that you make is still, you know, conducive to how your life should have been lived, because God doesn't make any mistakes. um for me, I had to realize it at a certain age that whatever animosity, resentment, or past anger that still resides, I guess, is just like something that you're gonna have to chuck up at a certain age. Like, you're gonna have to realize that at a certain age, like, you're an adult now, and you know your feelings, not that they matter less, but sometimes certain things that have been done to you or you have felt haven't been addressed. Now, who's to blame? Is it anybody to blame? Is it your parents to blame? Is it you to blame for not bringing these things up and these feelings and emotions up? Is it fear of bringing it up? Who knows? It could be everything. You know what I mean? It could be one thing. It could be multiple things. Like, who really knows? But you get to a certain point in life where people start looking at you like, oh, like, you're an adult now. You're grown. Like, you can't blame anyone for the way your life is and or went. And at some point in time, you have to, grab hold of the reins and and take some type of accountability for where you are right now in the moment, right? But they just kind of expect you to automatically just erase how you felt for like 20 years, right? Like shit ain't been talked about like ever, right? Let's just say it hasn't, right? But you're just supposed to, it's something that's just supposed to like click in your brain or your mind that's just like, you know what, let me just get over this shit. Like, some people, here's a fucking newsflash, right? Some people never get over it. Some people don't know what to do with that energy. Some people literally transition off the face of this earth without dealing with and or handling uh these issues, if you will, right? All right, so I'm gonna just keep it with me, right? For me personally, I love my parents dearly, but I was angry for a long, 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 long time because um I just felt as though I wasn't heard, and when I was heard, it was just like discarded, like, you know what I mean? And sometimes you have to get to a point in your life where you can no longer like place blame on your parents for things that you feel as though they should have did that they didn't do. And shit, maybe it's vice versa. Maybe your parents feel some type of way about things that you should be doing or should have did that you're just not doing as a child, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. But having said that, if that conversation never comes about, right, what I'm doing is I am searching deeply within myself to not even say rectify the situation, because when time is gone, it's gone. You can't get it back. You can get back a lot in this world, but time and people, you know, spirits is something that you can't. But what I realize is that, and it kind of even makes you angry when you do get to the point of realization about the shit. Like, it makes you angry because it's like you wasted mad time kind of like pointing the finger and still expecting, having those expectations of your parents, no matter how old you are, of like not even saying for help. It's more of a encouraging kind of thing. It's more like a belief, or like, you lifting your child up to put, like, doing whatever, to to what's the word I'm looking for, push your child, encourage your child, basically. You know what I'm saying? Believe in them. So if a child feels as though you don't believe in them enough, then where is that belief going to come from for them? It's hard to push yourself to the magnitude of your parents' expectations. You understand what I'm saying? So then when you get to a certain age, like me, you know, you kind of like start branching off. Like, for me, I realized that I only got one life. You know what I mean? And for me to live my life through someone else's expectations is suffocating to me. And even though I still may not have all my ducks in a row as far as deciding where you want to be, what you want to do, and just deciding, like, still never let someone else make that choice for you. If you don't know, you don't know. Piss in the wind. Go experience life. See what you like and you don't like. You know what I mean? But don't let someone else decide for you, because that could be very detrimental to your mental well-being, your everything. Like, seriously. So I don't know if I even I touched on exactly, what I wanted to, but I am transitioning through. I hope it's the end of the transition of resentment for me, because I do love my parents. And it's at the end of the day, it's just like your parents did the best that they could. And once you realize that, like, you can't still keep on living your life like, oh, you should have did this, or I wanted this, or da da da. Like, you kind of do just gotta let that shit just die, and it sucks because it's kind, you kind of go in with the feelings of like, yo, my emotions and my feelings don't matter to anybody, like, you know what I mean? But it's possible to love somebody unconditionally and still have resentment for them. And it's crazy because you walk around and you live with these people, and you know, a lot of people are so worried about people that work or outside or school and in the real world, but what about the people that are under your own roof? You know, what about, and it's not even to say that you're being fake or you're being phony, but you never really know how somebody honestly feels about you. Love is love. You know what I mean? And it comes in a few different forms, but it's like you never really know how somebody, you can know how somebody, let me rephrase that. You can know how somebody feels about you, but you don't know how they, what they think about you. Or what they, you know what I mean? Yeah, that deep rooted shit. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I had to go within. I had to let go of a lot of, you know, past childhood, whatever, and I'm still releasing a lot of the shit because um a lot of things that sometimes we go through in life that our parents don't even fucking know about. They don't even have a fucking clue. Like, I'm 35 years old. Clueless. And it's like, is that a part of resentment too? Like, how, like, it's like, for me, it's like, yo, how you not seeing what I'm going through? But even parents, my dears, aren't mind readers. So, you know, it is what it is, bro. But I just wanted to share that. I don't want to hold y'all up or whatever, but just try to. My best advice in this situation is, you know, go within, pray about it, and let go. And sometimes letting go is the hardest part of stepping into your new self. Yeah. All right. Bye. Hope this helped. If it didn't, I'll try to come again with another one. I don't know. I mean, that's all I'm essentially doing is just sharing my story and hoping that it reaches the minds and the hearts of others. And just try to, you know, believe in yourself, encourage yourself, even when others don't, even when the closest people to you don't, your husband, your wife, your kids, whoever. Like, you have to literally be the one to put the battery in your own back and pray about it every inch of the way, you know. That's what I'm doing, at least. But all right, y'all, take care. Until the next video. Peace.